Have you ever felt like you are not as smart as other people? Like everyone else understands things faster than you do. They speak with confidence. They make quick decisions. They seem sure about everything. And you? You overthink. You doubt yourself. You get bored easily. You notice things you wish you could ignore. And sometimes you feel like your mind is too complicated for no reason. But what if those things are not signs that you are less intelligent? What if they are actually signs that your brain works deeper than you realize? Because intelligence does not always look like perfect grades, fast answers, or loud confidence. Sometimes high intelligence hides in plain sight. It looks like curiosity, self-doubt, solitude, pattern recognition, emotional depth, and a mind that never fully switches off. So stay with me until the end, because these 11 subtle signs may reveal that you have a higher IQ than you think. And sign number 11 is the one many intelligent people feel their whole life, but rarely know how to explain. Let's get into it. Sign 1. You talk to yourself. This sounds strange at first, but if you often talk through your problems out loud, explain things to yourself, or rehearse conversations in your head, it may not be random. It can be your brain trying to organize information. When you speak your thoughts, you turn invisible ideas into something clearer. You hear the problem from the outside. You notice mistakes faster. You connect ideas more easily. That is why some people understand things better after explaining them out loud, even when nobody else is listening. You are not being weird. You may be coaching your own brain. A lot of intelligent people do this. They ask themselves questions. They argue with their own thoughts. They test ideas before saying them to other people. Because their mind is not just reacting, it is processing. Sign 2, you overthink everything. You replay conversations. You remember what someone said. Then you think about what they meant. Then you think about what you should have said. Then you imagine what might happen next. And after all that, your brain still does not feel finished. People may call this overthinking, but sometimes what looks like overthinking is really deep analysis. Your mind does not just accept things at the surface level. It keeps asking, why did that happen? What does it mean? What if I missed something? What pattern is hiding here? Of course, this can become exhausting, but it also shows that your brain is constantly trying to understand cause and effect. You are not just thinking about life. You are thinking about your thinking, and that is a powerful mental skill. Sign 3, you get bored easily. If repetitive routines drain you, it does not always mean you are lazy. Sometimes it means your brain needs challenge. A highly active mind does not like being underused. It wants something to solve, something to explore, something new to understand. That is why simple tasks can feel harder than complex ones. A boring task gives your brain nothing to work with. But a difficult idea, a mystery, a problem, or a creative challenge can suddenly wake you up. You may jump from one interest to another. Psychology today, business tomorrow, history next week, technology after that. People may think you cannot focus, but sometimes your brain is just searching for the next thing that feels mentally alive. You are not always distracted. Sometimes you are understimulated. Sign 4, you doubt yourself constantly. This one surprises people because most people think smart people are always confident. But often the opposite is true. The more you understand something, the more you realize how much you still do not know. A person who knows very little may feel completely sure, but a person who thinks deeply sees the complexity. They see exceptions. They see missing information. They see how one answer can change when the context changes. So if you doubt yourself, it does not automatically mean you are weak. It may mean your brain is aware of the bigger picture. You are not satisfied with shallow certainty. You want accuracy. And because of that, you may question yourself more than people who know far less. That self-doubt can be painful, but it can also be a sign of a mind that understands how complicated truth really is. Sign 5. You stay awake thinking at night. You may be tired. Your body wants rest, but your mind keeps moving. One thought turns into another. One memory becomes a question. One question becomes a theory. And before you know it, you are lying in bed thinking about your future, your past, your mistakes, your goals, human behavior, or some random idea you suddenly need to understand. For many intelligent people, night feels different. The world becomes quiet, the distractions fade, and the mind finally gets space to wander. That is when new ideas appear. Creative thoughts, deep questions, strange connections. The problem is, this can make sleep harder, because your brain does not always know when to stop. It keeps working in the background, even when you want peace. Sign 6. You are sensitive to small things. A ticking clock, loud chewing, too many voices at once, a bright light, a messy room, a strange tone in someone's voice. Small things that other people ignore may feel intense to you. People may call you too sensitive. But sometimes sensitivity means your brain is taking in more information. You notice details, you pick up patterns, you hear changes in tone, you feel the energy of a room, you see when someone's face changes, even slightly. This can help you understand people better, but it can also make the world feel overwhelming. Because your brain is not filtering everything out, it is absorbing more. And when you absorb more, you also need more time to recover. Sign 7. You procrastinate on the work that matters most. This one can feel confusing because you know you are capable. You know the work matters. You may even care about it deeply, but somehow starting feels hard. Small tasks, you can do them. Random things, you can finish them. But the project that actually matters, the idea you really want to create, the thing that could show your true potential, that is the thing you avoid. Why? Because your brain can already imagine what excellent would look like. You can see the final version in your mind, and you can also see every way it might fall short, so the pressure becomes heavy before you even begin. This kind of procrastination is not always laziness. Sometimes it is fear. Fear that your real work will not match the vision inside your head. And that fear often appears in people who think deeply and care intensely. Sign 8. You remember random details no one else does. You may forget where you put your keys. But remember one sentence someone said 3 years ago. You may forget a small task. But remember a random fact from a documentary, a conversation, a book, or a video you watched years ago. This can feel strange, but your brain may be storing information based on meaning, emotion, or pattern. If something feels interesting, unusual, emotional, or connected to a bigger idea, your mind holds on to it. You may remember tiny details because your brain is constantly building a map of people, stories, patterns, information, connections. Other people may forget those details because they felt unimportant, but your brain saved them because somewhere inside, it saw a connection. Sign 9. You feel emotions deeply. Intelligence is not only about logic. Many intelligent people feel things more deeply than they show. A song can affect you. A small act of kindness can stay with you. Injustice can disturb you. A sad story can follow you for hours. Someone's pain can feel almost personal. But because you think deeply, you may try to explain your emotions instead of simply expressing them. You may look calm outside, but inside, a lot is happening. People may assume you are cold because you do not react loudly. But sometimes the quiet person is feeling the most. They are just processing it privately. Emotional depth is not weakness. It can be part of a mind that understands life with more layers. Sign 10. You never stop learning. This is one of the clearest signs. You are curious even when nobody asks you to be. You watch videos to understand yourself. You search random questions. You read about psychology, people, success, history, science, money, behavior, or life. Not because there is a test, not because someone is forcing you, but because your brain wants answers. You do not just want to know what happened, you want to know why. Why people behave the way they do. Why your mind works the way it does. Why the world is built the way it is. Why some people succeed while others stay stuck. Why emotions control us. Why small choices change everything. A curious mind is a living mind, and people with deep intelligence usually do not stop at one answer. They keep searching. Because for them, learning is not a school activity, it is how they breathe. Sign 11. You feel different from everyone else. This is the sign many intelligent people carry quietly. You may feel like you do not fully fit anywhere. Not in groups, not in conversations, sometimes not even in your own family. You can laugh with people, you can talk normally, you can act like everything is fine, but inside you still feel slightly separate, like your mind is running on a different speed. You think about things other people do not seem to care about. You notice problems others ignore. You feel emotions others brush off. You ask questions that make people uncomfortable. And sometimes you hide parts of yourself just to seem normal. You make your thoughts smaller. You make your questions simpler. You act less intense than you are, not because you are fake, but because you learned that not everyone wants to go as deep as you do. That feeling of being different can be lonely, but it does not always mean something is wrong with you. Sometimes it means your brain is processing life in a different way. You notice more, you question more, you feel more, you connect more, and because of that, normal life can sometimes feel harder to explain. So here's the takeaway. Being smart is not always about grades, test scores, or having the fastest answer in the room. Sometimes, intelligence looks like overthinking, curiosity, self-doubt, sensitivity, restlessness, and a mind that keeps searching for meaning. So if these signs felt familiar, do not use them to feel superior. Use them to understand yourself better. Because maybe you are not lazy, maybe you are not broken, maybe you are not too sensitive, maybe your brain is just working deeper than you realized. If this video opened your eyes, hit the subscribe button for more psychology deep dives.